Hello, my name's Jamie,
And I'm Heather.
and in today's video we're looking at tennis elbow, but more specifically, different things that can contribute to tennis elbow.
Last year we looked at tennis elbow in the acute stages and how to manage the symptoms. This time we're going to be taking a more global look at the whole upper limb and shoulder and what factors could contribute to those tennis elbow symptoms.
So when looking at the upper limb and what can contribute to tennis elbow, what often we think about is weakness in the posterior aspect of the shoulder, which is the back of the shoulder here. When we look at sort of backhand strokes in tennis, if those sort of areas are a little bit weak, that can cause a bit more pressure to be put on the elbow in these areas on the outside, causing a bit of irritation, a bit of pain, and then ultimately sometimes can go into tennis elbow.
So when Jamie's moving through a backhand, he needs good control of his shoulder. So he needs good strength on the back of it to take the impact of the ball, but also power of the shoulder so that he can create force through that stroke, but also stop forces going into the elbow that can contribute to tennis elbow symptoms.
So next we're going to run through a few different exercises that are going to help to strengthen the back of the shoulder, to offload the elbow. We're going to go from fairly early stage, slightly more basic exercises, and progress that steadily to more progressed and more weight-bearing exercises to really challenge the whole shoulder and the stability around that area.
Good shoulder mobility is really important in tennis, and a nice way to relieve any tension, tightness or stiffness through the shoulder is with a massage ball or a tennis ball, as Jamie's going to demonstrate. And he's going to aim to put the ball just behind his shoulder blade, right in the middle where he feels the muscle. Do this by lying on the floor, putting a little bit of pressure into the back of his shoulder and then moving the ball around, just sticking on any areas that feel tense or a little bit tight. If anything that's really painful, then take the pressure off. And you can also do this on a wall that might feel a little bit more comfortable.
So a nice easy way to start building the strength in the back of your shoulder is by using a resistance band. And often when we use resistance bands, as we go further into the movement, we're going to get an increase in tension on the band. So it's a good way to build the strength in our shoulders. What we can do is build the strength in our shoulders in our rotator cuff, as well as the muscles on the back, the rear deltoid muscles. So the first exercise we can do is external rotation with a resistance band. And what we're going to do is tuck our elbows in, keep our thumbs pointed up to the ceiling as we move our hands out towards the side. And that's going to build the strength around the rotator cuff muscles and around the back of the shoulder. What Heather's going to do is build the muscles in the back of the shoulder as well, in the rear deltoids, and this is called a shoulder retraction exercise. She's going to stand, again thumbs pointed up to the ceiling, arms as straight as she can, and she's going to really focus on trying to bring the arms out to the sides and squeeze her shoulder blades together. That's going to build all the muscles on the back and around the shoulder there.
So the next progression we can do is a wood chop exercise. So it's still with a TheraBand, still works the back of the shoulder. It's a little bit harder and gets the whole body involved. Jamie's going to demonstrate. He's going to take himself into a squat, bands on the opposite side, and then he's going to squeeze the muscles in the back of his shoulder to open his hand out to the opposite diagonal. You should feel the tension in the back of the shoulder, but also squeeze through his core muscles to get his whole body involved.
So to progress on from TheraBands, next we could use either dumbbells or weights to progress our shoulder strength. So next what we're going to do is, in a lunge type position, we're going to do a dumbbell shoulder press. So Heather's going to be in a lunge with her knee on the floor, elbow and sort of shoulder at 90 degrees, and then she's going to push through to build the strength in her shoulder complex, as well as adding a little bit of stability into the wrist, elbow and shoulder there. So we're working throughout the whole lower limb to develop that stability and strength.
Next exercise progression we can do is a plank, which is really good for shoulder strength and shoulder stability and gets core involved as well. So Jamie's going to show us in plank position. And the important things to remember are that his fingers are spread super wide and the space between his shoulder blades is going to dome up through this space so that he really engages through his shoulder girdle. If we want to make it a little bit harder, we can add in some partner work.
great way to improve the speed, reaction time and stability of the shoulder is this exercise that Jamie's doing. So he's going to throw the ball back and forward onto the wall, and he's going to work his endurance of his shoulder by keeping going for as long as he can until he drops it. So today we've progressed through some exercises that have looked at the strength, stability and endurance of the shoulder that can help to take the force out of the elbow while playing tennis.
For more in-depth information on other causes of tennis elbow and different treatment techniques specific for the elbow, please have a look at our other video from last year where we go into more depth. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post monthly videos on different topics and help you try and get pain free. If you feel like you need any further advice or you don't feel like your pain's settling, please come and check in with one of our physios at Response. Thank you. Bye.